What up? It's Friday. What you doing watching me? You're supposed to be at work. Anyway, today, since it finally warmed up, I was finally able to pour a thick latex master of the clown. So I'm going to pull it today before I go to work because I can't stand the anticipation and I don't want to go to work wondering all day whether or not it turned out good. So we're going to pull it real quick. But, yeah, let's get it. First, we're going to throw some baby powder in it. I still have not done what Bishop Walker recommended me to do, which was put my baby powder in a sock. So I'm still doing it the rudimentary way. God, this is why too. Look at all that dust. Anyway. Alright, so let's just get on with it. I dwelled this yesterday when I was at work. For those of y'all that don't know, what a master copy is just basically exactly what it sounds like. It's a master copy of whatever sculpt you make. So it just is what you'll make all your other molds from. It'll be, ideally one of your first pulls out of the mold. That way it has all really nice crisp detail. Some people make masters out of urethane, silicone, all sorts of brush-on rubber, all sorts of stuff. I really like just making latex masters because they're just easier to mess with. You don't have to deal with a bunch of two-part rubbers, chemicals, whatever. But the problem with latex is that it shrinks. So you've got to make sure your sculpts are big enough to accommodate for shrinkage. So that's why most people go with urethane, because it does not shrink as much, so they can save the size. What I'm going to start doing, I think, is sculpting everything big. That way I can size it down in latex master form. Latex shrinks like 8% every copy. So you just figure every time you copy it and make a production mold, it's going to shrink 8%. That's why recast and stuff are really small. And that's how you can usually spot a recast, is because it'll be tiny compared to the original, if there are originals out there to compare with. So I'm trying to be really gentle with this. I made this mold out of my kind of experimental ultracal, so it's a little bit softer. It's a softer plaster than what ultracal is, so it loses detail faster. Not as fast as just regular plaster of Paris, but I want to keep this mold for as long as I can because it's huge, and this will be the first production master copy, and I'd say I should have production copies around 26.5 inches from this guy. So they'll still be big, but the XL original copies will be few and limited from this mold. So I'm trying to be ginger with the nose. So, God, with the dust. This is what we got. I'll be honest, it looks like it's perfect. I don't see any bubbles. I don't see any kind of deformations. It's super thick, so once it cures, it's going to be perfect. Oh, man. I'm really pleased, everybody, with how this turned out. And this just means we are one step closer to some XL copies of a West German style clown that you big fluffy folks can wear. Or people like me that have big heads. Although this one is a little big for me. My prototype copy is like a bucket on my head. So ideally the production copies from this guy will be significantly smaller. Well, not significantly, probably about 26.5 is what I'm guessing, just from my math. So yes, man, that thing looks good on camera. I am very pleased with that, y'all. Reach out to me if you want to secure a copy. Like I said, this mold is made out of my experimental ultra cal, which tends to be a little bit softer, but so far the mold's still holding detail good. Let's say that. Here's like a little bitty, it's a piece of clay. Quick pro tip, if you've got a mold that's got little holes in it and stuff, you can actually use your clay, especially if it's oil based, and you can pack the hole with that, and you can kind of sculpt in however it is to match it in and blend it, and you'll never be able to tell. So, yep, I will be making a few more 29-inch copies from this mold. So if anybody is wanting, what's up, Kelly Swift? Morning to you as well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing some shows here in the future relatively close, because I would like to come see you, man. But yeah, I'm about to hop off here and go paint some houses. The master copy mold was a success. It turned out really well. It's still actually holding up, so I will be offering a few 29-inch copy blanks and a few finished copies. The blanks that come out of this will be cut because, well, they'll be cut. No uncut blanks will leave from this mold. But yeah, this thing turned out beautiful. So pleased with it. I'm going to try to make a production copy this weekend, or a production mold. I've got 150 pounds of ultra cal back here. And we are ready to get the show on the road. Holler at me. Have a good Friday. See you, Kelly. Nice.